Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Vijay and I'm a Microsoft MVP specialized in SharePoint. In today's video, we are going to see how we can save email attachments to a SharePoint document library using Microsoft Flow or Power Automate. If you are new to Microsoft Flow or Power Automate, I have already recorded a video on the same. So I'll put the link on the video description. You can have a look at this. Now what exactly we are going to do here? So if I'll open my Outlook, you can see here this is my Outlook email, and if any email I will receive having an attachment, then that attachment will be saved to this library. Even there are multiple attachments on that, it will save also to this document library. Apart from that, I will also show you how we can configure the from email address so that if the email is coming from a particular person, then only it will save the attachments, else it will ignore this. For example, maybe you want to save the attachments coming from a particular your email, your manager or your CEO or something like that, and in those scenarios only it will save the attachments to this library. So now let us create our flow. So I'll click over here flow.microsoft.com, and on this basically if you'll see here it is opening the flow homepage. If you have not signed in, then it will ask you to provide your credential. So you can provide your credential and then you will come up to this page. So first thing is, if you'll see here there are templates are there, and here we will use a template so that we can create the flow from that one. So what is the template name? So if you will go to templates, and then here you search for save my email attachments. So if you'll see here, I'll just search for save my email, and you can see here it is saying save my email attachments to a SharePoint document library. This is what we are going to use for this particular example. So I'll select this, and once you select this, you will be able to see here this is your template. And if you'll scroll down, you can see here you need to connect to SharePoint, Office 365 Outlook and Office 365 users. Why these things are required, I will explain that. So once you connect it, so basically if you have not signed in, so it will ask you to sign in and you are connected, and then click on continue. So once you click on continue, now you can see here our flow is ready now, and you can see here this is the name of the flow, save my email attachments to a SharePoint document library. You can just click here and you can change the name also if you in case you want this. Now if you'll see here, this is our flow looks like. Let me just explain you a couple of things from here. So we will see two scenarios here. One thing is it will save email attachments from anyone, and the other one is it will save email attachments from a particular email address. So if that person is sending, then only you will be able to save it. The first thing is on new email attachment. So here we need to select the folder, on which folder you want to trigger this email or this flow. I'll select inbox. So what does that mean? Means anything will come to my inbox, then only it will this flow will trigger. And the next thing you will see here is from filter applied. So this filter is false. Now you can see here this is basically a variable that has been there and of type boolean, and the value is false. This is required when we need to make it to true, and we will see when we actually filter this based on the from address. For the timing being, you can see here it is false. And if you go to the condition here, you can see here there is a condition which is saying that each from filter applied is equal to true. So obviously we have you can see here we have set the value to false. So that means in this case the no condition will execute. So you can see here if no, and then there is apply to each. So what does this apply to each will do? It will actually trigger for all the attachments. For example, let us say there are 5 attachments in that email, then for all email attachments, all 5 email attachments, all these flow actions will be triggering. So this will execute. Now first thing is create file in SharePoint. So in this case you can see here it is clearly saying you have to select the address and the folder path. So I will select the address here. So I'll select my SharePoint site, and in this case I will select this SP guide site, And next thing is, you can see here it is asking us to start with an existing library or folder also if you want, so you can select that. But in my case I will just select the library. So you can see here I will select shared documents. So this is the default document library, and you can see here it is now. And then you can see the file name. So actually you can see attachment name, it will take, so the file content is attachment content. If you want to change the file name, you can select this and you can actually take anything from here. Maybe if you want to give file name hyphen the person name or something like that, the from email address or display name like this, you can use this from this dynamic content expressions. The next thing is, if you will look at here, the next thing is there is another condition which is saying that if the file if the file not created, that means for some reason if the file it is not able to create the file, then if the error message is 403, then we can see here if it is, then actually it will take the email address of yours and then it will trigger an email saying the forbidden to create the file. So SharePoint file could not be created due to access not available for this location. So whatever the location you provided, if there is no access, SharePoint could not able to create the file, then actually it will give you the error. You can see here get my profile to notify error. So you will see here it will take the email address and then it will send an email. And you can also configure this email if you want. And the no condition, we are not doing anything because if because in that case the file got created successfully. And the other thing, if you'll see here, now I will come to the if yes condition, which is over here. You can see if form filter applied to true. So in those cases it will create it will go to the right side. But let us have a look at this if yes condition. And if yes condition, I will just put the site address and the folder path, and we will see this when we will actually discuss about the how we can configure the from email address. So basically we have now like this. You can see here our flow is like this. So on email attached with attachment, so we selected inbox and we created a variable where the value is false now, and here the condition will come, and then if it is true, so obviously it is false because we set the variable false, and it will go to the if no condition, and if no condition it will create the file. So if there are 5 attachments, then 5 file will be created in the SharePoint library, and if there is an error, then you will get a notification also. So this is how the flow is. Now you can see here, click on save. By default also it gets saved, so nothing to worry about. And if you go to my flows, you will be able to actually see your flow here. You can see here save my email attachments to a SharePoint document library. So now what I'll do is I will log in with one more credential here. You can see here this is another email address, and here I will send an email to my email address. So I will go here and I will put something like this, and then I'll attach a file here. Oops, I forgot to attach it. So I will create again. And you can see here I will attach a file here. So you can see here there is a test PDF file. So I select this and then I will say send. So once you click on send, then if you actually click over here, you will be able to see the progress of the flow or your flow history. So basically you will be able to see how many times the flow run and what is the output on that. So till now, if you'll see here, our flow didn't run yet. So let's wait for a couple of seconds and we'll be able to see when our flow runs. So now you can see here the flow triggers, and though I sent 2 emails, but since the first email doesn't have any attachment, so it trigger only for the email which has attachment. And if you click on that, you can actually see the status where actually the Microsoft flow went. So if you'll see here, all these 3 tick marks are there, green color. So that means all these things are the value you can see here. Similarly, the variable, it is false, and then you can see where it is going, to which condition. You can see here it went here, created the file, and then it is done. So and if I'll actually look at the library, you can see here the file is there. So now this is what we have not set any condition here. That means it will, any email will come from anyone, the flow will run here. The other one is we will see how we can configure from a particular email address. Now, in case if you wanted to learn SharePoint, I have SharePoint development training courses where you will see there are 23 modules are there. So if you scroll down, actually you can see all the modules, whatever the contents are there, and if you are interested, you can enroll for the course. So now I will go back to the flow. So go to my flow, and then you can see here, and if you can click on directly the edit icon, and once you click on edit, you will come up with here. So first thing is what we'll do is now we want to configure the from address filter. So I will not make it to false now. So we'll go here and make it to true, so that our condition will satisfy and it will go to the if yes condition. So in this case, if we look at here, now if the value is true, so obviously here we set the value true. So when this condition will execute, it will get true and it will come here. Now check from email address and click on expand condition. Here actually we need to put the condition here. So there are a lot of filter criteria that you can do, but let me to put the exact email address. So if you'll come here, I will say if is equal to, from is equal to, and then I'll put the email address here. You can see here I'll put like this, and I'll put the address here. So one thing you remember here is that this address is this email address is case sensitive. That means if your email address is coming at capital V and you put small b, then there is problem. So it will not be able to execute. So your condition will false and it will come here to the no condition, and then it will not do anything. And if you want to actually ideally what happened is, if you look at this, for example here, if you will see this one, the email address, you can see here it is coming p small and then like this. But ideally the email, whatever your Power Automate or the flow returning is capital P or capital B. So in this case I have specified a address here, email address, vabna@tsn4.onmicrosoft.com. That means I'm assuming if I will receive an email from this particular email address, then it will actually create the file over there in the same library. So I have taken the same library, shared document, and then this is your file name and attachment file content. Now if you want to actually know what exactly my flow is returning or my email address is, then you can actually take a variable and then you can assign it the from address, and then you can send yourself an email, so you'll be able to actually know what exactly it is coming. I have put that in the article that I am going to share in the comment box, so you can check out the article also. There you will get exactly how your email address you can get it here, or the from address you can get. You will be able to know, because this is quite important. If the email address is not correct, as I said, it is case sensitive, so you will not, this condition will fail. Now this is done, so I'll save this. So we save our flow now again, and what I'll do is this time I'll go to the another email address. In this case you can see here, this is the user whose email address we have set it. Now I will create a new message here, and I will put a subject here, and I will attach a file. So if you'll go here, I will attach this file here and click on send. So now ideally what will happen is it should save the email attachment. You can see here now we received it from this particular user, and in this case we will see how whether the flow runs or not, and once the flow run, then we will be able to see it. So now let's refresh once again. We will see whether the flow triggers or not. Here you can see the flow triggers, and let's go to the library. You can see here this is the file. So this is how we can use it. Now if you have let's say you got another email from the same user and the same file name, then what it will do is it will actually override. So if you have any file exist with a particular name, then when the flow runs next time, it will actually override the file. so you can have a look at that as well. So this is how we can use this save my email attachments to a SharePoint document library flow template to save email attachments from a particular email address as well as from all the users. And if you like our channel, kind to subscribe to our channel so that you will get a lot of free videos on Microsoft Flow, Office 365, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Apps, SPFX, all these videos you will get. So thank you and have a nice day.